Burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Boulevard.
My jacket, don't know where did it go. Somewhere in Ohio, my cool left behind. Without it I'm naked, a poser undefined. Hand tattoo showing, but it's not the same. Without my jacket I'll never reclaim the love and the whispers, fans calling my name. I need my cool armor, this is not a game. Casanova Valentine, calling out loud. Find my leather jacket, make me proud. I'm nothing without it, I'm lost in this town. Reward in my pocket, let's turn this around. The jacket has been seen. A homeless man wears it, please don't be me. Gotta obtain it, or my heart will break. I'm begging you people, for coolness sake. I've searched in the open, I've asked all deathmatch elite. I finally found my jacket around a homeless man's teats. Ohio, hear me, this is my plea. Don't hurt the homeless, but return my cool jacket and let me be free. Casanova Valentine, calling out loud. Find my leather jacket, make me proud. I'm nothing without it, I'm lost in this town. Reward in my pocket, let's turn this around. The jacket has been seen, the homeless man wears it. Please don't be mean, gotta obtain it, or my heart will break. I'm begging you people, for coolness sake. Reward in my pocket, without it I'm just a fat guy feeling down. Without it I'm just a fat guy feeling down.
Boulevard. Oh, so crazy when you burn in hell forever, 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 forever. Boulevard.
been a patient person, a patient Jew, and I'm here for my dead English bongos. And what is it? I mean, short, sweet, and to the point. I wish it could be like this every Tuesday night at 7 for Blvd Bullies versus the world, but that's another plug for another time. You know, there's another half to this equation. The individual who was mandated by the very good Judge Joe Trenza to issue the public apology and return the family heirloom that he so viciously attacked you and stole from you. So with that said, please join me in welcoming Ringside Shaw. The people are here. I really don't have any time left to wait. So Sean, let's get to it. I'll hold it.
Well, first and foremost, I'm here to deliver an apology. An apology to you, Brian. A few weeks back, I did something I regret terribly. But, like I said, the bongos are back, and I am truly sorry.
Hit him.
Change your music.
Hit him with a drum.
The bongos!
Give it up, ladies and gentlemen, for the bongos! The family heirloom has been returned. The apology has been issued.
Christ, may you burn in hell forever, 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 forever.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the longest-running episodic podcast on the Blvd Bullies YouTube channel. Welcome to the most, quote, fucking disturbing end quote, podcast in all of professional wrestling. Welcome to Blvd Bullies versus The Word. Beep, 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 beep. I am PK with the Blvd Bullies, and I am joined by my cohorts, my co-hosts, my co-bully family. First and foremost, CZW Hall of Famer, Price is Right, Showcase, Showdown winner, the Drew Carey days, not Bob Barker, the man who is a former boat owner, the voice of XPW, the voice of the glory days of CZW, and the voice of the glory days of No Holds Barred, which, oh boy, we're going to get to. Ladies and gentlemen, my wrestling father. Couldn't be prouder to introduce to you Larry the fucking Legend.
Pat, every single week you outdo yourself with that intro. I just have to add one little thing.
Tell me. Did you forget?
I can't think of the words, but you gotta put Ring of Honor in there. You gotta put Ring of Honor Sinclair before Tony Khan bought it. Like as the ship was sinking on the original ROH, brother. Even though Sinclair bought it, I'm talking about the Bryan Danielson, American Dragon, CM Punk Ring of Honor. As that ship was going down, this motherfucker got a little shine, got his fucking shine box out. And I want to give a shout out to Cheeseburger, who I saw this past Saturday at MCW. I was just stopping by to my alma mater. I saw all those. I was just stopping by, and Cheeseburger was there, and we just kept looking at each other and going, dude, just like looking at each other going, dude, considering that 10 years ago in 2014, I announced one of his first professional matches in Chattanooga, way before Danny was in Chattanooga. I was in Chattanooga with Ring of Honor in 2014. So I love that intro, but I just, I got to suck my own dick.
All right, I'll work it in. I'll add next week. I'll add something along the lines of.
Make sure, in addition to Larry the Legend, that you get all of the shits, Madison Square Garden, Donald Trump, Melania, all of the shit.
Did they call you Larry Legend in ROH, or were you Larry Mercer?
They made me go by Larry Mercer because they didn't want it to seem like they were taking me from CZW. And I quote, "Why can't I be Larry Legend?" Oh, well, we don't want to make it seem like we're taking you from CZW, even though they took me from CZW, and then I came back and got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Huh. Well, fuck them. And very, very special second introduction, by the way. Very, very special co-host, co-guest, filling in for the, and I'm going to get to you motherfucker, Sean, but filling in for the highly injured, probably just laying up in a local medical facility, broken voice box, said he could have come on the show if he could have spoken like Unmasked Kane for 2 hours. And I said, you know what, take the week off, brother. So filling in, a dear friend, a Bullies OG, and you know what, I never say this. These words will rarely come out of my mouth, but there are two people who I will say this for, and I will say a Blvd Bully family member and supporter before even Urka. Pre-Urka.
Wow.
My boy, my buddy, who I do Wednesday night drunk GM mode with, filling in for Brian. A man who I've watched grow from a boy. A man who was sitting right there with us, Larry, when we were at the Elks Lodge for BCW. It's just a 17-year-old short-haired boy taking pictures with Stockade and with Maxwell Jacob Feinstein at the time. Too young to know any better. Massive Joey Janela fan and supporter, my friend and yours, fellow golfer, Prince Havoc, a.k.a. Phil. Yo,
Thank
Prince.
you, Pat.
Yo, people in the chat showing up for Prince.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chad. Thank you so much, Pat. Thank you guys for letting me be here, filling in for
Yeah.
Brian. It's sad what happened to him. I really shouldn't be here. Brian should be here, but Pat, I know you're gonna get to Sean.
Well,
But yeah,
I mean,
I'm excited to be here. This is great.
and you asked me, what do you need to do? And I said, yo, just be your charming self, dog.
Yeah,
Don't even trip, dog.
yeah, I'm here, and I'm I got some shoes to fill in. So I got a few beers, and we're gonna have a good
Well,
time.
you asked me,
Good.
what's your homework? I said, here's your homework. Research the Brian and Sean feud and form an opinion for us to call to. Research Deathmatch Elite. I told you last week, I said, join Deathmatch Elite, consume the content, and then form an outsider's opinion, a week one opinion, which I can't wait to get to. And I also told you, hey, you know what? If you want to defend Joseph on this show, I can't wait to yell at you.
Yes, you did say
Joseph.
that, and I will be defending Joseph.
Fuck is Joseph?
This guy's a fucking Joey Janela mark.
Oh. Oh yeah. Well,
But I do feel bad because we buried him last week, and now he's having
did.
like pancreas issues, and like I once had kidney
what?
issues, so I know how humbling and frightening it is to be sitting in a doctor's office thinking about every choice you've ever made in your life. So there's going to be light. There's going to be light. There's maybe a little bit of Janela slander on this episode. And last but not least, this fucking piece of shit. This absolute
couldn't believe my
garbage, sneaky snake. I've defended you, Sean. Every time Brian has called you ringside snake, I've been like, whoa, easy, let's chill out. But not once, not twice, but now thrice, you have attacked Brian from behind. And I said, yo, I think it'll be a good thing. We had a truce set up. We had a truce leading into this Sunday, the Backyard Barbecue 2. There was a little jarring back and forth, but I thought we were pretty much solid. We've been doing the show together. And Brian, I told him, I said, yo, you know what? You should reprise the goddamn news. People have been clamoring for it. I think that this is going to be a good week to do it going into the Backyard Barbecue.
Thanks.
And Sean, you bought a steel chair from God knows where.
Stole that shit.
He didn't steal it. It was brand new. He stole it from one of Jimmy's basketball games. There was one dad who hung after stealing it. Anyway, and you fucking traveled from goddamn your undisclosed location, and you attacked Brian from behind with what I thought was a vicious chair shot. An excellent, big man knee to the solar plexus. And then you fucking Undertaker throat destroyed him.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, ringside Sean, what do you have to say for yourself? Fucking asshole.
Absolutely nothing, Pat. First off, the first thing I'd like to say about Brian today in front of you guys is that he's a fraud. He's an absolute fraud. Let me take my glasses off for this. That luxurious house, the luxurious neighborhood that I went to
well,
was
it's not really a
riddled,
luxurious neighborhood, but the building is very
riddled with piss and urine and backpacks of people who pass on by and just leave their stuff right in front of this luxurious place. So he's a fraud. Secondly, he should have known. Don't turn your back on me, because if you do, I'm going to take a shot. And third, and the final, he calls me ringside snake. And to be quite honest, I don't think there's a perfect reptile that would describe me, because what I did, Larry, Pat, the new Prince, I struck, and I don't think I missed. So
You
if
walloped him.
any of you guys have an issue with that, I think you guys know where I live. You know what time to get there. So if it's that much of an issue,
not show up at your house, folks. Out of all of the Blvd Bullies crew, you're the
I'm
only
just tired
show
of
up
it.
at the person's house type of guy. You're
I'm
like,
tired
you're
of
like
it.
Message Board, Deathmatch Elite, leak the address. You've become what you're fighting against.
I'm tired of it, Pat. How are you not tired of it? Larry, how are you not tired of it? You sit here week after week and you let this guy's poisonous speech venomize what we put out there, in turn, leaving us nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
We literally have
You think
nowhere to
anybody's
go
going to
now.
take us serious? Come on.
It's
Let's be
true.
serious now.
Especially
Let's
after
be
last
serious.
week. Especially
So
after
when I
last
see
week, all the-
Deathmatch Elite saying you should really think about your relationships with the Boulevard Bullies, that hurts me even more. And that truce, Pat, went right out the goddamn window, just like the goddamn news. So you know what? I don't feel bad. And this Sunday, if he even shows up, we'll put an end to Bad Take Bry, or like they like to call him, Jewberg.
So this Sunday, we are doing the sequel to the Backyard Barbecue Blvd Bullies Bonanza. And it will be Sean's champion, his hired gun, Kit Osborne, fighting once again, second year in a row, Bad Take Bry's champion, Tarzan Duran, in a bongos on the balcony or on the pole. I mean, we haven't scouted the location. How are we even going to hang these bitches? But either way, it's a bongos on an elevated surface match. Loser leaves the Bullies. So if Tarzan wins, you leave. If Kit wins, Brian leaves.
You know I'm not losing,
And
Pat.
Prince has got a new job.
Oh, hell yeah. I like this. I like this match.
So no matter the outcome,
Sean.
Prince is going to have a new thing to do on Tuesday nights.
Yeah. Hey, I'm here for it. Sean, that was kind of, messed up though, for you to do that to his neck after he's already fucked up. I mean, come on.
Larry,
I'm
did
doing
you
him a
see
favor.
The chair shot to the back was enough. Come
It's a
on.
favor. It's
You
a
did too
favor.
much. You
The
did too
issue
much.
is him speaking. So if I eliminate the man speaking, he can't spew out anything that's going to affect us negatively. So
He can still type. He can still type in Deathmatch Elite though.
Larry,
you know what?
are you going to be there on Sunday to do what
Break
you
his
did
hands.
last year and go full satanic, become the Slayer, and slay all things Blvd Bullies social media, ring announcing? Are you going to be there? What are your thoughts on this? Do you have a prediction? Do you have a desire? Who would you want to leave the Blvd Bullies? Besides, obviously, yourself, which I'm sure is your number one wish.
Pat, in the immortal words of my motherfucking tank top, and I don't want to wait any longer. Do you understand me, brother? I don't want to wait any longer for the second coming of what we have done.
CUM.
If you're telling me that Tarzan, the man, Duran, and Cunt Osborne from King of Cunt Russia, Pennsylvania, are going to be at an undisclosed location to do a reprise of the fucking
rematch
shit
a year
we
later.
did?
They're both trying to finish their story, dude.
This is WrestleMania 4, WrestleMania 5. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? Trump. Okay, I wouldn't miss it for the fucking world.
And by the way, side note, good time to say thank you for watching. Hit the thumbs up, hit subscribe, notify yourself. It's free for you to do. It makes people who we want to make angry see these videos in their suggested.
That's
what we want. We want
do it
somebody
just to make
who hates us
subscribe, just to make them
to be suggested
subscribe
this
just to
video
make-
after they've watched, fucking Queen of the Ring or something.
They don't want to see this face. They don't want to see that face. They don't want to see that face. They
want them to
definitely
throw
don't
down
want to
their
see
phone like it's
Ginsburg's
on
face.
fire when
So
they see this.
subscribe. And when you subscribe, share it with Joe Beisler. Show Joe, moderator of Deathmatch Elite, that you guys.
Well, before we get into the,
Mhm.
you know, reverberations of what we did last week, let's just talk about, you know, the fact that what we just did with Sean and Brian is probably going to empower Larry. You had this concept. You threw me this concept in text. So you break it down. You take it away, because I think this is a very philosophical thing. Like, you guys saw Sean, what he did to Brian with Kid Osborne in the ring last month at XPW. And you saw what he did to him just in that promo that we shot with the excellent and very professional Vincent Dudicus. And Larry, you had a great point about how excellent our videos are and what the reverberations will be. So take it away, please.
So here's the thing, Sean, you're in. You work for Outlaw, and you've done other shit for other promoters. And Pat, you're in. You're on the inside just like me and MLJ.
I think
and
I'm
all the rest you've
blacklisted.
worked.
I was in. I think I'm blacklisted.
No, you're not. You're in. We know you. You're cool. We've seen you back there. You're in. Listen to me. You're in. Brian's not in. Brian's in at XPW with Rob Black. And that's cool. We don't hate on that. We're in there too. But all I was saying is that us kind of like working with somebody that's not in is only going to empower other motherfuckers that are not in to fucking be like, oh, this is the blueprint. All I gotta do is da 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 da.
Well,
And then the next thing you know, I'm on streamxpw.com. So Brian, for you, here's the lesson for you. Not the knee, not the chair. Here's the lesson for you. All of these motherfuckers that piss you off and make you make memes, you're the one that birthed them bitches.
yeah,
and you're continuing to fuck, You're continuing to fuck, Brian.
I speak for all of us, including Bri, when I say that we take careful attention to detail when we think about these things and have these opportunities. We take painstakingly careful. We dedicate as much energy equally to making sure we're respectful, triggering all the people who are lame, and popping all the people who matter to us. We take equal energy in all three of those things every time.
I don't know.
Does it hit across that every time? Maybe not. But part of the entertainment for me throughout these past months, too, since even the XPW gimmick and even before that, is watching these mouth breathers look at us and go, that's easy. It's like a guy who sees somebody on a skateboard and thinks he could skateboard. He's going to fall down and just break his arm. So it's like, yo, okay, listen, maybe it's not that big a deal. Maybe nobody cares. But I'm operating under the assumption that it is important, and I do care about every detail. So what you put on tape is actually a parody of what we're doing. And I love that we tricked you and inspired you into doing that and letting that last forever. And you look at yourself, and our joke on them is so deep that they look at themselves in the mirror and think that they're doing good. Shit. And that fucking makes me happy. Does that make any sense?
100%.
It does, Pat. But for every motherfucker that's looking at themselves in the mirror and thinking that they're doing good, there's potentially a Larry Legend that's saying to, and I'm talking about someone that's in. Do you understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm talking about, the in and the not in. The in and the not in. The workers and the not workers, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Brian is not a worker. He's never been told what to do by a promoter. We got him fucking a chase, and now we're doing shit, right? So don't be mad. Don't be mad if all of a sudden the Bocce boys, who are not as polished as us, who are not as good as us, fucking finesse the right motherfucking plug, and then they're on AEW. That's all I'm saying.
I would love
And
that.
do we care about that? Is that why we're doing this right now? No. But we are giving motherfuckers that are not in the blueprint of how you get in and how you get fucking shit done. We're showing them. So all I'm saying is that for you, Pat, and for me, and for Sean, for all of us that have worked for motherfuckers who pay us at the end, or take us to McDonald's, you know? They take us to McDonald's or they pay us at the end, you know? We're creating a monster. But I love that chaos. And I want to argue with you, Pat.
What?
Because I think that you, me, and Sean, I want to argue with you, Pat.
Oh.
Because I think you, me, and Sean, we all take aim. We all pull that motherfucker out of that fucking quill, and we take aim. And we hit our target. Brian's a ram. Okay? Brian's, you know what I mean? He ain't aiming for, he is ramming Joe Weisler, fucking Danny DeMonto. I don't know. He's ramming. So what I'm saying is that potentially what we are opening the doors to by having Kid Osborne and Tarzan Duran and Ringside Sean, Brian do all these kids. Yeah, Tarzan Duran. It's a whole. It's more Joe Beisler's. So Brian, don't you be mad at the monster you created because we created you.
You know what I find more funny is that like they've just excommunicated him from everything.
Yeah. Now you see, just like you, Pat.
Hey,
how many
shut up,
doors have we
Sean.
been
You're
shown?
such an asshole, dude. You have done exactly what you have been yelling at Brian not to do. You attacked Brian.
You know what, Pat? You're even more of an ass because you were the one who told Brian and put it in his head. You put it in his head to do a contract signing with someone like me. Someone like me. A slack wearing, button-up shirt wearing, tie my tie up, and get on the train with a steel chair kind of guy. So I go and take, matters into my own hands. But it's your fault if you really want to get down to the nitty-gritty of it. So let's start with you, Pat.
Everybody's in the chat talking shit on Prince Havoc falling asleep. So Prince, I'm gonna put it to you.
I'm not,
bro. My bad.
I'm not falling asleep at all.
It's great, Larry. No, this is Brent. We're
putting the guests to sleep here.
I know I wasn't. I know I promised I wasn't going to shout you out in a negative way, but let me just say on behalf of all four of us here and Brian in a local medical facility and anybody who's ever been a longtime fan of Blvd Bullies, shut up. Fuck off. It's like any time that anybody else gets a time to talk, all you're saying is that the other person's asleep. Then when that person's talking, you're like, oh, this person taking over the show. So just shut up.
What?
Bren's the one screen recording it and sending it to the evil sources.
Yeah, he is.
I just found that out. I just figured it out.
Yeah.
Prince, you're a longtime Blvd Bullies fan. You were there for Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3, whatever generation we're in now.
This is true.
So from an outside looking in, who do you think is right? Brian, the Bull, or Sean, the Archer?
I think Brian the Bull is right. Brian hasn't done anything that bad. He's talked shit. All you guys have talked shit. Chill out. It's not that big of a deal.
Brian makes
You're the Sean.
For him.
Oh, who gives a shit? It's fucking memes. Sean is the one that's attacking him and fucking being a piece of shit and trying to break his neck when it's already half broken. I mean, come on.
And this is where the monsters begin when Pat brings them on. And then later on down the line when things happen, he wonders.
How about this?
He wonders.
How about as the leader and the fucking originator of the Blvd Bullies, I just press delete right now. And how about this platform that I've given all y'all to run amok? And by the way, I have, even up until last week before To Catch a Predator, begged you guys to not take me to that place. You know what I mean? Like, I have had all the relationship. I've burned all the bridges. I got a lot to say. Do not take me to that place. Do not
You will
unlock
never
that
go
within me.
there. You will never go there.
I tried my best, Larry. So I thought it was better to let Brian run amok, to let Sean run amok, to let you guys get deep into the business, and I'm just going to I'm going to hang out on my island, that I'm on after I've burned all my bridges. But please don't make me start talking shit. And every fucking week, you guys fucking disobey me. I know the right way. Brian, Juberg. Dude, think about this. You remember in the van, we're going over what he's going to say when he gets in the ring. He's like, what he pitches to me is like, I'm a patient Jew. I'm like, Brian, please don't say that. You can say, because why make it that? We already have this story going. We already have this thing going. Just say, I'm a patient guy. I'm a patient man. I'm a patient dude. Whatever. But why take it there? Do I want to expend my brain power breaking down to you mathematically why Chad Mins is an idiot every week? No! But you guys brought it out of me. And I'll tell you this, Sean. Here's an announcement for you.
What?
I was too lazy. And I procrastinated too much. And some of the dates just didn't line up. So I didn't find a special guest referee. I will be refereeing this match.
You gotta be fucking shitting me.
I will be refereeing it.
I thought we
Are you even
seasoned referee in matches that can be classified as backyard pieces of shit?
Whatever, man.
This is true.
Whatever.
My fucking referee jersey's hanging on the clothesline in the backyard bar room Hall of Fame referee.
I'm sure it is, Ed O'Neill.
Okay.
And listen,
So
Shirley
this will be
Temple.
my final referee match. And one way or the other, whether it's you leaving fucking Bullies,
okay,
wait, Brian leaving Bullies,
your final
friends, maybe we'll create another show. But either way, I'm gonna be refereeing this because I'm sick of it now. Now look at what you've done to me.
Well, listen, I'll just say this. It takes a long time for you to answer a damn text message. So I won't be surprised if you don't show up to the damn match on Sunday. So you know what?
Oh, I'm going to show up.
All I know is that there is a ladder that's going to be set up. There's going to be boggles on the balcony.
Do we have a ladder?
And Kit just has to climb and climb and climb so we could drum our way home, baby. So you get there if you want to, but we're leaving with the bongos.
Yeah, and by the way, if you're a longtime family member, a friend, friends and family opening only, if you want to hit us up and know where this undisclosed location is, I know that Matthew Brew, you kind of inquired to me about wanting to be there. Prince, obviously, you're more than welcome. Bald Steve is rumored to be in the tri-state area at that same time. I'm coming out of retirement to do this match, and I'm going right back in. Because, look at this. I got Prince, and I got a million Princes behind Prince, ready to fill in for whoever one of you kicks themselves out. And you've done this to yourselves.
Tells you a lot, Prince.
So let's talk about last week and how many feathers we ruffled.
Huh. Where do you begin, Pat?
Well, I guess the first point is my man CM, not Punk, but Chad Mins, who immediately following our show said, if you are, and this is crazy because this guy risked the 3 friends he probably has in the entire world. And it was like, if you are a supporter or do business with the Blvd Bullies, you're going to have to really think your relationship with me. ... space. Fucking disturbing. Prince, you loved this. You made this a meme. You thought this was the greatest thing ever in the Discord. By the way, drop the link in the Discord. Care to take it away from an outsider's point of view? You watched the show. You saw the comment.
Oh yeah, he's just a loser. I don't really care. I feel like we're giving him too much. We're talking about him too much. I feel like we're giving him too much attention. We gotta just leave him alone. But it is a lot of fun to talk shit about people like that. So you know what? Fuck it. Fuck that guy. Fuck all these weird people. Fucking Deathmatch Elite. Deathmatch Elite. So I've been on Deathmatch Elite for like a week, right? And it's been cool. Whatever. I see some shit that I didn't know. Learn some facts. learn about fucking, oh, this is the first person to jump off a freaking balcony or whatever. And that's fun. I like it. I learned some things. But there's also a bunch of people on there that are just like annoying, very annoying in the comments. I don't even remember their names. But yeah, it's just stupid. Also, there's one guy that is selling all his shit for like $666, and it's like a bunch of t-shirts and other things. And he has like at least 45 t-shirts. If he sold each t-shirt for $20, he'd make like $900. And I'm like, man, he's not thinking. But
It's a
whatever.
deal.
Well-
It's a
That's
deal,
elite.
Prince. It's a bulk deal.
Well, Prince, I gotta tell you, sometimes some of these motherfuckers are into like demonology. So it's like it's important for them to sell the shit for a certain amount after they didn't come on it. You know,
Well,
to make
here's
sure that
one.
it's like got their fucking like soul, like their black soul in it, and they could like, yeah, these motherfuckers are crazy. You hit the nail
Or
on the head. The
usually
people
when
in
you see-
deathmatch, go ahead.
Larry, you're the last person to have seen our number one detractor in person. You know, this tweet about, yo, don't do business with them, don't be friends with them. If you're friends with me, we can't be friends with them. It's fucking disturbing.
Oh,
Did we
yeah,
say
yeah,
anything last
yeah.
week that was that fucking disturbing? Did we do anything that
I
was
think
that
people-
disturbing?
I think people are disturbed that Brian continuously stirs it up. And that's our vibe. We're the
Well, I feel like the last 2
stirs.
weeks I've drank some resins and stirred it up myself. But I feel like this is a huge thing. I feel like all the people who used to be annoyed with me think that Brian and I am the same guy. So I think that
I've
they
seen
Yes,
that
they
a
do.
lot.
Yes, they do. Yes, they
I
do.
think
It's
that
the
they
beard.
think
You
what
are.
Brian's doing.
You are. Hooves.
You know how many
Hooves
people
and
wished
horns.
me happy birthday WrestleMania weekend?
So many.
Pat, when are you going to realize that you kind of are Brian's dad? When are you going to realize that you're kind of Brian's dad? You ever going to realize that? How I'm your dad? You're kind of Brian's dad.
He has a point.
Yeah, but you know, you could make, if you're going to say
Oh,
that,
can
then
you hear
you could make a
me?
case that I'm Sean and Prince's dads as well. Sean, do you consider me your
mean-
wrestling father?
Estranged, yes.
Estranged? How
Estranged,
dare
see what I'm
you?
saying?
How fucking dare you?
Yeah,
I'm so
don't check
fucking
in on
pissed
him.
at you.
You don't
Oh
have
my
to check
God.
in on him. You don't have to check in on him.
You don't
Just like
answer
you
on the
don't have to check in
weekends.
on me.
Yeah, no,
don't
I
have
You
to
don't
check-
answer
all
on the
I'm checking on
weekends.
You know?
When
You
I
don't
need
check
you,
in
you're
on
not
us.
there.
We got this.
I'm a deadbeat wrestling dad. I am, dude. Larry's always there for me.
Ah,
Sean
Yeah,
texts me
dude.
and was
The
like,
fucking
yeah.
Sage. Look at Lawler and Brian Christopher. Look at Lawler and Brian Christopher. Sage.
Oh, man.
Oh, no,
Oh my God, this
Brian
match
Christopher
now
was
this
the
Sunday's gotten
Capricorn.
very interesting now. It's gotten very interesting. I will be doing commentary. Larry will be doing commentary because this time last year when Larry did commentary for Backyard Barbecue 1, he unlocked the satanic being, the slayer within himself, and carried that all year, honestly, Larry.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna be present at the XPW show September 7th in Los Angeles, the Church of Death?
Can I ask you something, Pat and Sean? Has
Yes.
one match been announced for that show? The Glendale show has one match.
I
graphic?
haven't seen a match graphic, but what I did see, I think it was from Danny Flores posted on Facebook. Just notable names, so you'll see at the event: Cat Martini, Judge Joe Dredd, Stephen Jury, Mickey Knuckles, Homeless Jimmy. That's what I've seen so far, and that it's featuring wrestling, and some other, I think, comedy as well, something like that. And it didn't, the graphic didn't look like it was an XPW graphic. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, well.
So I'm not too sure. I'll be honest.
Well, you know, I mean, the only.
Well,
real
I'll be
way-
there. I will be there. I will be there doing what I do.
I'd be there.
I'd be there.
I'd be there.
I'd be there. It's in Glendale. Guys, Glendale is a very nice part of LA. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There's an Apple store there. That's all you need to know. And it's like, if you know the Grove, where they film extra, extra, where
Yep.
where Mario Lopez
Mario.
is like Sandy, they're like, hey guys, celebrity shit. The Glendale is like the cousin of the Grove. So I can't wait. But yeah, I'll be there.
I'm thinking I think the Bullies are gonna end up being out there in some sort of cohesive.
should come.
God, I would love to be. I would love to be out there, but I have a wedding the very next weekend.
Oh,
And, you know, I got to rent a nice suit, and I got to make sure the envelope is stacked.
Now
and,
listen,
and, you know, it's
listen.
upstate.
If
So,
you would have listened to your dad, you would have bought that suit. You buy a suit, bro. Just buy it, get it dry cleaned every time after you wear it. Ain't
I
no
gotta take all
nah.
my suits.
dude,
Ain't no
how many more weddings I got to go to? Okay, so if
You should have
You're
at
old,
least
you're getting
3
old,
suits.
bro. You're gonna be going to a lot of weddings
all
and
right,
Steve
Steve
funerals
Harvey.
now. You're
Okay,
not
okay.
fucking.
Violent Steve Harvey.
Violent Steve Harvey. Everybody say yeah.
Yeah.
Show your love.
Yo, out of the big 4 comedians of comedy, who was it? It was Cedric,
The
Steve
Cedric the
Harvey,
Entertainer.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
and
And
Bernie
DL
Mac, and who else? Who was the 4th?
DL Hughley.
D.L. Hughley,
D.L.
who I don't
Hughley.
think should
I
have been
guess
included. I don't
who's
think
the best
D.L.
out of those
Hughley
4?
should
It's
have
got
been
to be.
included, but
I mean,
Oh.
Steve,
they had
Steve
D.L.
Harvey.
Hughley on there. I thought it was a fucking sham.
I mean,
I don't think he's
Bernie
one of
Mac's
the
the number
kings
1,
of comedy.
right?
So Bernie Mac,
Yeah.
Funny that you say that. I read a story today about Bernie Mac. He was offered a movie role, right? And Steve Harvey heard about him getting offered this role, and he went to the directors and he was like, I want this role. I'll take it for whatever you want to give it to me, whatever less amount you want to give it to me, I'll take it. And this guy found out about it, Bernie Mac, and he was like, no more Kings of Comedy. So that's why we didn't see any more Kings of Comedy after them.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I guess
Try to
like
snipe him.
if you factor in death, the best out of the 4 of them is Steve Harvey, because he's a Family Feud walking meme. He's got his own like daytime talk show. But really, Bernie Mac is like the number 1 out of those 4.
Yeah, D.L. Hughley went very political.
Well,
Cedric
they
the
just replaced
Entertainer
D.L.
is
Hughley
always.
with Kevin Hart.
Yeah, good point. Good
And
point. They did.
based on what you just said, Sean, basically, Brian is Bernie Mac and you're Steve Harvey.
Oh my God! What? What?
Everybody say yeah.
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 That's
By the
how I
way,
see it.
Speaking of Kevin Hart, did you see this new Borderlands movie?
Oh, flop big time.
Dude,
$115 million
apparently
budget.
Haven't seen it.
0%.
$115 million they spent on that movie, and opening weekend they only
Blew
grossed $8 million.
Blew it.
If you haven't known, I'm the new Siskel and Ebert. I'm at the movie theaters every Friday.
Totally blew it. And the
Wow.
movies, it's not even like, I mean, I don't know, because those numbers reflect an apathy for the Borderlands franchise on the mainstream, which I hate. But those people who actually are Borderlands fans who went to see the movie, they're like, yo, this shit sucks. It's
Very
fucking trash, it's
comparable
garbage.
to what they did with Twisted Metal. And if I'm pretty sure, the same company who put out Twisted Metal put out
and
Borderlands.
It's always like, let
Sorry,
me put my
attempt.
own spin on it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take this IP that people fucking grew up on and love, but I'm gonna put my own human story into it. It's like, no, just do
no.
the thing that happens in the game.
Twisted Metal was good though. Twisted Metal was good.
You like that?
You like
we
the
had,
show.
dude. We had the story in that last episode. We built up to that. The whole episode can't
Right,
just
the whole
be the
season
last
was an
episode.
ad
I mean, the
for
whole
the
season can't
actual
be the last
show.
episode. Yeah, the
Well-
whole season can't be the last episode. The last episode went hard, and we had a nice little story that built up to it, and we saw all the characters come
Oh
in
my God, I
from the
fucking- I
game.
hate you.
It was
That's
awesome,
cute.
dude. And then that
Well,
last
both you guys
episode,
continue
ooh,
watching the horrible show that is Twisted Metal because season
Oh,
2
it's so
just
good.
started filming.
I can't wait. I can't wait to
Hey,
see.
here's a
Larry, what are you
wrestling
watching?
thing. Here's a wrestling thing. John Cena made a
Whack.
guest appearance in The Bear season 3 in like the most corny, lamest fucking way possible, dude. Like, I love John Cena and I love The Bear, and I did the opposite of Pop for this. And like the camera comes down low, they like swing it up to the door, super zoom, and it's like, hey, did somebody call it John Cena? Yo, it was the worst, dude.
I'm
Somebody
sorry.
paid mad money. John Cena sucked somebody off. Some crazy shit happened. It's like, why is he in this? And that's
you know what's
that's
wild, bro?
Borderlands. That's Twisted Metal.
Oh, come on.
Samoa Joe sucked somebody off, dude.
Yo, he's so good. He's so good though as Sweet Tooth.
Samoa Joe.
Well, in
Yeah,
like
to
in
be
the show.
Twisted Metal.
In the show, yeah,
Oh,
he's
to be in
good.
Twisted Metal. He was just a body for Sweet Tooth,
You
right?
think any motherfucker like Sasha and the Mandalorian and Joe and Twisted Metal and Cena doing the Wingstop commercials and the Nissan commercials are blowing Weinstein?
No,
I
just
think
it's
when
in that
producers
situation,
and
it's-
directors
I think it's
look
just
to
Wingstop for life. Free Wingstop
You
for
know
life.
Cena does the Wingstop
Yeah,
commercials.
it's like
He's the
there's like a
voiceover.
there's
and he
like a
does
Wingstop
Camry.
platinum card.
He does
He's the
Nissan
Camry
too.
guy. Yeah,
No, he
he's
does a
wild.
lot of voiceovers.
Oh, he does a lot of
yeah.
voice acting. Yeah.
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 Steve in
It's a
the
lot of
chat says
commercials.
that's going to be Cena's legacy. The lamest roles. The guy who would
Yo,
do
you know what's
anything.
wild, bro? Is Vince Vaughn did a show and they were asking him why don't they make movies like they used to, like your American Pie, your Road Trip, and stuff like that. And it's because like they didn't bank on making X amount of dollars when the movie came out. They knew that when it hit DVD the following month, they'd make an abundance of money every month because that's what it was. You buy your movies, you know what I'm saying? So now those movies don't get made because there's nobody buying those movies when they come out. So instead of those movies coming out, they have people like John Cena doing those roles, like
Oh
you
my
said,
God.
Pat.
And then he
So
was
you have your
nude. He was nude at
Peacemaker.
the Oscars.
That makes sense.
Yeah, nude at the Oscars, like just weird parts.
Weird, lame.
So that they know if they mention John Cena as a part of it, you're gonna
Right.
watch it. And the way they make their money now is through the stream. So if you watch it when it drops, you put in money in their pocket. It's
Ricky
everything's
Stenicki,
changed.
though.
So digital, so weird.
Get the fuck out.
Ri-
Ricky Stenicki, are you kidding me?
That was fun. Come on, that was fun. That was the first time I was like, "Yo, John Cena is actually like kind of cool."
All right.
Like with his
I have a
acting.
question.
I like
have
that movie.
There's a few more things I want to get to before we get to Larry's
Cena.
favorite part of the show. But Prince, give me 60 seconds on the Ricky Stenicki review.
Oh,
Is that a
okay,
movie?
sure. Yeah, the movie. Yeah. Shit. I mean, listen, I don't know why you would hate it. I thought it was pretty funny. I was shocked that, John was in such a role because, he's usually like, he's the childhood, wrestler, whatever. And I thought he did really good in that role. I feel like his acting was good, and I didn't see him as John Cena in that movie. Like a lot of movies that he's in, I'm like, I'm still kind of like, oh, that's John Cena. Same with The Rock. I'm like, oh yeah, that's The Rock. But when John Cena was doing that, I was like, yo, this is actually so cool. And I didn't see it like that. I thought it was funny. I thought it was fun. I thought it was interesting. They had good people acting in it. It was a great movie. I thought it was hilarious.
Out of
I'm
10.
sorry.
Out of 10.
A great
Out of
movie,
10,
Prince,
8.
a
I'll put
great
it
An
movie.
8 out of 10.
Okay, no, wait. I'm
Jesus
not
Christ.
saying it's anything like,
This
back
poor-
then, like
poor
movies
kid.
back then. But for right now, it was funny. I didn't expect it. I didn't go into it expecting it to be like amazing, and then I was like
You were off the
pleasantly
shot.
shocked.
You did.
So did you pop popcorn for this, or was this like a movie you throw on while you're like folding laundry?
Oh,
what
I made
kind
a
of
little
movie
bit of
is it?
Jiffy Pop on the stove.
Oh, you
So
were
it was a-
You
enjoying
watched
it.
this. You
I
watched
was
this.
enjoying it. I was enjoying it. Yeah.
This
By the way,
Poor
new
man.
show with me and Prince every Friday. We are going to watch and analyze and review all
Hey, weren't
John
we
Cena's.
supposed to do this?
what is your
I
name?
don't-
Time
I don't want
Warner?
to do this. I don't want to do
Weren't
this.
we
Ted Turner
supposed to do
pumping out
that?
channels?
Do you want to do this?
I thought we were supposed to do some horror. You
Hey,
were supposed
okay.
to watch Rosemary's Baby, and
Wow,
you never did.
what a guy,
Right, well,
Larry.
that was gonna be part of Thursday. Is that we're gonna
Oh,
have
no.
Larry's movie picks? But then I realized that I don't watch movies.
I saw the movie Cuckoo.
What's
Oh,
that?
I've heard about this. Is this any good?
It's pretty good. Do you mind if I spoil it? Like a real asshole that I am?
No, just give me a 1 out of 10 and let's move on.
Good 7. Wait for the second one.
A
Okay.
good 7. You guys are
Wait for the
fucking
second.
wild, dude.
All right, wait, you guys.
So a
Did-
7 is basically telling you that you're either gonna walk out with not understanding what happened, and you have to wait to really grasp it for a whole,
Well, that
or
makes
you
it a
just didn't like
6.
it. I could give it a 7 because I appreciated not even the way they filmed it, just the overall presentation of how dark they wanted it to be when it was light out, if that makes sense.
Yo,
That makes sense. Think about that.
9 out of 10. says Rhinestone Cowboy. By the way, that's going to be the next fucking member of this family is Buchanan Rhinestone Cowboy, who, by the way, said something great about production before, which I can't find. But he basically said, no more pay to play, no more marks with phones at ringside. You know, give me my money to do my job and let me make the shit sick, which is kind of always what I've felt as well. And, you know, and it's almost like once you unlock to people that you could just be there with your phone doing good shit, then they just think that anybody with their phone could be doing good shit. You know, and even within that fucking medium, there's like a, whatever, you know, like a talent, like a gap. And, you know, Buchanan, Rhinestone, Cowboy, Babe. I feel like I rate him on the level of Vinny Dudes or a Steve or, you know, any of these guys. Just a guy who knows what the fuck his shit is doing. Hey, real quick, before we get to Larry's favorite part of the show, do we have any updated thoughts on all the people that we flamed last week? Servino's story, I guess, has really kind of just cemented itself. There are no new updates. Larry, have you seen anything? Have you heard anything?
I don't know. No, nothing.
Sean, have you heard anything?
No, to be quite honest, since they've
Prince,
taken
have you
Brian
heard
out,
anything?
No, I haven't heard nothing.
Larry, you spent the weekend at MCW. You did like a whole MCW show. I've seen it all over your fucking Snap, your TikTok, your Twitch, your Twitter, your Tinder.
Twitter.
So tell me about your MCW weekend before we get to your favorite part of the show.
Guys, I'm always going to go to MCW. MCW is always going to be worked into my rotation. It's the way that I cement my legacy. Because it's the first shit that I ever did, ever to even be talking to y'all right now. So MCW did a tribute show to a wrestler who died. They did a tribute show to a wrestler who died. And if you don't know, MCW's biggest show every year is for another wrestler who died. Their Cage of Death, their Psycho Circus is the Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup, which is a show for a wrestler who died. And it just so happens that all these years later in the history of MCW, there's another wrestler who died. I don't want to talk about how, why, or whatever.
Why you gotta say it like that, dude? You just said it in such a
it's just the fact. It's just, look, listen. It's just the facts of the matter. It's where I started. Their biggest show is to honor a fallen brother. Another brother fell. They did a show to honor him. So I felt it was important. Not for me to do the show or fucking get paid, but just for me to be there and actually hug the mother of the wrestler who is the reason that they even have a Shane Shamrock Memorial Cup, Miss Sharon. I hugged her and saw everybody, and it was great. It was great. It was sad, but it was great. It was one of those things like when you go to a funeral and you haven't seen people for a long time, and you're always like, oh, it's so good to see you. I wish we weren't here for why we're here. I wish we weren't seeing each other for why we're seeing each other. But it's really good to see you, and you always kind of like linger off with, we got to make sure we see each other, not just during these times.
Absolutely.
For the Memorial Cup or for the tribute show. We gotta go out sometime. And sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, it was great, bro. It was a great show, and I stayed the whole time. I don't often stay to shows the whole time if I'm not working, but I stayed the whole time, and I think that was very important for all of the people in the locker room.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it dawns on me that I'm that guy. Like when I was young in wrestling and I would see someone like a Judge Jeff Jones or a fucking guy like just stop by, and I'd be like, damn, this motherfucker is somebody, and they're just stopping by. You know, like I'm that guy now. I'm the guy that's somebody that just pops up, bro. It feels so fucking good.
You mean something to them, bro.
Just like those people meant something to me. So yeah, I went. It was great. Good show. Nice crowd. And the guy's dad, fallen wrestler, his dad got involved in the final spot. And it was so crazy to watch his dad do a clothesline
You know
and
what?
to like see the same way that his son used to
Used
do
to deliver it.
clotheslines and do like his little celebration, like his son would
Wow.
do this, like, I just clotheslined him. And to see the dad, who's not a trained wrestler, do that and like kind of be the shadow of that motherfucker that we actually saw do that, it was like, it's the reason that I went, bro.
I saw
I'm glad
that.
you enjoyed yourself, man.
I saw that milk chocolate was featured,
Yeah,
and I
bro.
saw that. Yeah, I loved your video where you're like, yeah, get on back there, get on backstage. You were like, like giving it to the heels,
To the back with you. To the back with you.
to the back with you. Yeah. But I love
I
that.
was
I
so-
love
I
that
was
you
so proud
highlighted
of
milk
them.
chocolate,
Pat.
a favorite local tag team of mine. You know,
I was so proud of them, bro. They've been wrestling for 11 years.
Wow.
They started in 2013. They've been wrestling for 11 years. 11 years later, they show up in my motherfucking home bed. And I was so happy to see them. I've already seen them down here doing CZW, but to see them do that MCW, bro, it
It's
was
different.
like, oh my God, I was so moved. And Brandon needs to get back in the gym because he's lost a lot of his muscle
well,
mass.
hey.
Hey, fellow Sag, he's gonna want to hear it like it is. He
Prince.
used to always be in the gym doing,
Yes.
these poses that they always do, this shit, and this shit, Hey, bro,
Have you
I
ever
don't
been
know
to
what
an
happened. I was like,
What?
I said I didn't know what happened. I said to his face, I don't know what happened to you. You used to be, you're still cut up, but you used to be all like solid, and now you're just like,
You're a flabby bitch, dude. You heard it right here
He's not
first.
flabby at all. He's still
Larry calling
He's
Brendan.
he got real
Watts.
sensitive because you know how we are, and he's like, I'm like, no, you're not fuckable, bro. I'm not saying you're like I wouldn't fuck you.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just saying compared to
Yeah.
like what you were when you were trying to get into WWE.
So you
what
basically
are now that you
saw
have.
him at MCW. You told him that you would rather, like, that you've always wanted to fuck him over Randy Summers, but recently you're now considering Randy. It's basically kind of what you told him. Let him know that he might be the less hot of the two now.
No.
So so you're saying right here on the record that Brandon is still, despite what you just said, Brandon is still the hotter of the two.
I don't know what I'm saying.
I just feel like Randy is the hottest because I feel like he would take me out to like a really nice restaurant and like wear a shirt that's way too fancy and then like try to say a bunch of stuff that makes him feel like he's letting me know that he's smart. And I feel like I would be attracted to how dumb that is. And I'd be like, oh, look at this idiot guy, you know? But whereas I feel like Brandon
a
Watts, you know.
You're a Sagittarius. You're a Sagittarius, and all of us like that
Whereas I
fucking
feel like
feeling of
Brandon
control.
Watts would be a little bit more too like he would be like so like he would have more of a vibe and a confidence, and I don't think I would
He's
like
also
that.
a Sagittarius.
Yeah, I don't think
he's
I would like that
born the same
Sagittarius
day as
energy.
you.
I don't like that Sagittarius energy.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
Yeah, I would rather have this like himbo
That's why
type
you
of
like-
like
but I
really
was
excited
not
to
saying-
meet me Randy Summers energy rather than Brendan Watts.
Can we get to my favorite part of the show?
Let's get to Larry's favorite part
our
of the
favorite
show.
part is my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Come on. Let's do my favorite part of the show. Come on.
Hey, Sean, how are you doing, you goddamn piece of shit? Attacking
good.
Brian from behind, taking your
I'm
tie
good.
off, acting like, you're just like some kind of captain of the industry type.
Well, Pat, if you really want to know, I'm actually looking up some WWE stuff, some real wrestling stuff for us to speak about. But if that's not on your plate, I understand.
Oh. Wow.
Where's that girl?
It's not on my plate, Sean. Let's get to Larry's favorite part of the show, the giveaways from last week. I don't know what Brian printed up on his 500 inkjet printer, but he showed it last week. And if you commented on the video from last week, you got entered into a random drawing, which Brian actually from his hospital bed in the local medical facility prints. Can you believe this?
I can't believe it. He's dedicated to the cause.
His dedication to the show sent me
Oh, don't act like that, Sean. Come on.
the
Please,
spin.
man.
So let me just watch the spin right now so I know who wins. He sent me a screen recording
Okay.
of the spin.
I'm sorry, I was not paying attention.
All right, I got it. I know who
It's
wins.
okay. We're talking about Brian again, Larry.
Oh, come on, Sean.
Oh,
Just get over
God.
it. Let's get to Larry's favorite part of the show. And, Prince actually sent this to me before through text that his favorite part of the show is reading the comments as well.
Yeah, it is.
The comments are the best. I hate them, but they're the best.
Yeah.
Remember Larry eating doo-doo? What was the one about me eating doo-doo?
Oh, that's right.
You have at sometimes, Larry, absolutely screamed at the top of your lungs about some of these comments.
Yeah.
Which makes it my favorite part of the show as well. And I pinned this one. This one I pinned from last week because last week we went in. We were to catch a predator. We got texts from unknown sources of unknown origins asking us to, swerve to the left, swerve to the right. We got some X-Files deep throat type of fucking messages being like, you're barking up the wrong tree, dog. So I pinned this comment because I think that this is just an overall championship comment here. The Bam Bam Nation. Is this you, Prince?
Oh, yeah, that's me.
All caps, they think with the only head they don't use.
Yeah.
A Brian quote. Which
That was my quote. Pat,
That was
right.
Sean. That was Sean's
Was it
quote.
Sean?
Right.
For the record, that was Sean's quote. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I put the little talking emoji. That little guy with the little
See, I didn't even know that was
little
you.
lines.
I pinned that shit because I thought that
Oh
was
yeah,
so
that was
dope.
me.
That's the truth, Pat.
Evolve. What is this? Evolve I 65. The whole apartment wrestling shit just never gets prod up. I wonder. So that's in response to us talking about all the perverts in wrestling who Sean, I know you attacked Brian. You have your own personal beef, but you could understand how these weird people get triggered by him. Even you can understand this. And it's just funny that they'll be quick to bury Bry, but they won't want anyone to comment or talk about their apartment wrestling jaunt.
Extravaganzas.
You care to comment?
Well, to be honest, Pat, I think these people don't have balls because if they did, they wouldn't attack him once. They don't attack him twice. They'd attack him 3 times. And if they really want to, they'd make sure that he's not standing. And I haven't seen anybody do anything to him other than type away on a keyboard and just letting it get lost in the wind.
Chip on the keyboard. Necro Botcher 123 says something that I'm not going to mention, but it was an allowed comment, and it's there for you to watch and look at, and you are entered into the giveaway.
Entered into the giveaway. He is.
Sam
Wait,
Meek says, I
wait.
can name.
Necrobotcher said something you're not going to read.
No, I'm not going to read it.
Read it.
No.
Come on,
Give us our guess.
Give us an idea.
But okay, let me just say it this way, Larry. It is in direct opposite vibe as what we agreed to not say with the Illuminati.
Okay.
So if you want to break our Illuminati agreement, I'll say it.
Don't say it then.
Okay. That's what I thought, dude. That's what I... You should have trusted me, dude. Because now
Interesting.
everybody knows that we're in bed with the Illuminati. Then we
Hey,
got
Thor.
threatened. There were people in cloaks standing at our bedsides while we slept after last week. Prince, didn't that happen to you even?
It actually did happen to me. I really didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
You
Sean.
continue on with the
I don't
comment.
blame you.
That's what I'm saying. We're trying to focus on Sean hating Brian, but meanwhile, after last week's To Catch a Predator, we all had cloaked figures standing over our bedsides. Even friends of friends texted us saying, "You guys, could you stop? Not because I don't agree with you, but for the safety of my family. Could you please stop talking about how, they turned the frogs gay?" You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm vibing with you.
Okay, cool. I mean,
We got to get
listen,
to the comments, you know?
we could keep going with the comments, but we just got to
we gotta
keep
get
shirts on
comments.
our backs and missiles not
Locked and loaded.
locked on us, you know?
Well,
Right.
I'll be honest. I think I'm taking the target off our backs, eliminating Brian. So I think we're in the win here, Pat.
Wow, I mean, that is a good, interesting point. If you eliminate Brian, will the target come off of our backs? I feel like I like having Brian here because it takes the target off my back specifically.
But does it though? When
Well,
confuse the
people
both
think
of
that
you?
I'm him, so
He
just-
doesn't do shows. He doesn't do shows. He doesn't sell. I mean, his merch is your merch is taking a hit, just like mine.
Yeah, I mean, we have had. Although I will say that this month we sent merch to France.
For the
Wow.
Olympics.
Somebody in France bought a Blvd Bullies smoking skull joint tank top and
Sick.
a you fucked up dad hat.
Wow. Hell yeah.
Nice.
They just bought themselves a whole new outfit, just going to France.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Guys,
dope is
I
that?
want you to know that I'm getting messages from my family. Today's actually my dad's birthday. He
Oh,
texted me
Jesus.
right now and said, Sean, I'm so proud of you standing up for what you truly believe in. Swing for the fences next time. Take his head off. My mom, love you bullies. You bullies are great. Sean, be nice to him.
Hey, let's keep going with Larry's
Wow.
favorite part of the show. This one,
Should be nice to him.
Necrobotcher123 says, Lauderdale Grimm's Miners. Whoops, that was the one I shouldn't have said. Sam Meek says, I can say no fleshlight was humped during the making of this video.
Humped.
Which, you know what, Sam Meeks? You're
Pump a
absolutely right.
fleshlight?
We jerk off to our ringside footage in private like every other fucking normal influencer, dude. Obviously, duh. Horror, pain, gore, death says obstructed Huss, which I don't understand.
The obstructed view show that Larry and I were watching.
Oh, the obstructed view, yes. Brew Unstoppable says, I am currently in love with when either the DMD is talking shit to Begins or the other way around, and then they just cap off the sentence by saying truths. It reminds me of when Ricky Bobby would say, with all due respect,
With all
and
due
then
respect,
punish his opponent.
I appreciate you.
Sean, you're wearing kind of NASCAR glasses. Do you
Damn
feel
right,
like
baby.
you and Brian are in maybe a Ricky Bobby type of feud? Where maybe like you will shake and bake in the end? Do you think there's any way that you guys could find yourselves shaking and baking after this Sunday?
I'm going to shake and bake on him with a little shake, rattle, and roll. Because to be quite honest, Prince reminded me of how he spoke of Joey Janela. And I'm a fan of Joey Janela, much like Prince.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what? I like you, Sean.
So, I do think so. But I'll be the Will Ferrell.
All right, you know what? We're going to get into Joey Janela in a second. But, This is Charles Collins, by the way. Says,
Bill?
you know, I previously and rightfully gave Ginsburg shit for the lame Deicide shirt he wore in a different video, but I gotta give him credit this time. The baby blue Slipknot hoodie is hard as fuck. And Prince, you agreed. You texted me about this.
Dude, I literally said that too. Yeah, that baby blue Slipknot, that was tough. I really liked that. That was a good hoodie.
We got 6666666 saying
Ooh.
Joey Janela
Carmel?
is the new non-gay Pat Patterson.
That's a good comment.
It really is.
And then Wesley
That's funny.
Easter, a longtime member and friend, says there's a small show going on next year in West Virginia. Main event is Neil Diamond Cutter versus Hardcore in a House of Horrors death match. Rated R Wrestling coming from Hurricane, West Virginia. You
Nice.
hear about this? You
Ooh.
care about this?
Yeah.
I don't.
Why not?
Wow.
Oh, shit. Is this on?
Neil
Triple H.
Diamond versus Hardcore? Yeah, they'll kill each other. That's an old-fashioned mentor protege match.
What do you think about this past weekend? I saw some clips of, I guess, did our boy Schlack, I mean, is he even our boy anymore? Because he got $1 billion and he's like
Probably not.
traveling the world.
We're
Did you
currently
see that, like,
reading
Schlack went
Brian.
to, it seems like Schlack went to England and wrestled with all of XPW's enemies and like made friends and took selfies with all the enemies, and Skeletor herself, you know, and now he's like
What?
What?
What? No.
No, I'm talking about some other.
What do you took a picture with who?
No.
Yo.
What?
He-Man.
No,
I'll get you, He-Man.
Who, bro?
What was that
Who
show?
do you talk-
I'll get you, He-Man.
I love Skeletor.
Oh, well, I guess so does Schlack because, you know, he's living a new life after Brian destroyed his XPW career.
Mm-hmm. Schlack removed himself from the vicinity of where Brian laid his eggs, and now he's a pig and shit. He's loving it. Do you blame him?
Is he happy?
Everyone's fucking happy.
My kitty's happy. She's purring, but she's afraid of me because she doesn't know humans.
Oh, is that the new one?
Chase, you
This is
absolutely
the
right,
new one.
Chase.
Yeah, she doesn't. I can't really pick her up. If I pick her up, she'll like dig her claws into my neck and be like, "What the fuck is going on? Why can't I
God.
touch the ground?" No, dude, it's terrible.
Oh,
But I have her purring. She's purring like I'm comfortable.
that's nice. That's
Yeah.
good.
Whatever. So who won?
Pat?
Yeah, who won?
Pat?
Oh, you guys want to know the winner?
I want to know the winner.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
We all
I
want
have
to
my
know the
phone
winner.
right
Damn it.
here. Brian from the hospital sent me
Mhm.
the screenshot, the screen recording of who won the shit. You know what?
Who is it?
I'll go right here. Hold on. Let me look at this.
Your porn just popped up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brightness down, but you know, whatever. You get the
Yeah,
point.
brightness down, brightness
Yo,
down.
you know what? Brian will never lie to you guys.
Well,
I guess he was like listening to the show when he did the spinner. Chase Collins 6272. You are the winner of the Blvd Bullies fucking thing that we do every week that I forgot about. And you want me to read this comment again?
read it.
Yes.
Yo, I previously and rightfully gave Ginsburg shit for the lame Deicide shirt he wore in a different video, but I gotta give him credit this time. This baby blue Slipknot hoodie is hard as fuck.
Hell yeah.
Yo, could you even believe a world where the guy who compliments Brian the most wins the giveaways that are headed
I've
by.
seen him stop the spin and respin it because it landed on someone.
Oh,
No,
I
I
doubt
haven't.
it.
I don't
I
believe
doubt it.
that.
I
I
don't
don't believe
believe
that. You
It
haven't
was
seen
last
that,
week on the
Sean.
show. I called him out live
No.
here on YouTube.
No.
Here,
No,
live
I
on
didn't.
YouTube. Prince, I'm so
What's up?
happy you're here because I, through looking on my phone,
Yeah.
have seen a text from you
Okay.
saying that you have to pee so bad.
I do.
And I also, guys, have to pee so bad. And I'm going to
That's
give you
great.
a full piece of information, full disclosure. I don't remember if it was Thursday or Tuesday, but
Mm-hmm.
at some point, and definitely during the XPW pay-per-view that I commentated with Necro Butcher, I peed in a bottle live while I was...
That's good.
Sanitary.
I don't have a bottle. That's
And
the
I
problem.
don't think... I don't know if I can promise you that I didn't do that right here live on last week's show either.
On YouTube?
Mm.
Right here live on YouTube.
So you guys going to pee? Is that what you're telling
I feel
Larry and I?
like definitely at the very least, me and Prince are going to go pee, and I would love to
We got-
just give
yeah.
the floor to you and Larry.
Yeah,
Larry,
I like
are
it.
we
Or
good?
if you guys need to pee, we could do a like a break screen.
No, I'm good. I'll stay here like the professional I am, not taking off like a you know, box throat talking Brian.
Wow. Wow. That was
You know
uncalled
what,
for.
Sean?
Jeez.
You are agitating me. You and your devious ways with your third button. You're going even third button now.
I've unbuttoned it actually. I'm sick of it.
Oh my God! All right.
Hairy wrinkle
I'm
purple
going to
here.
pee. Prince, mute your microphone. Go to pee. I'm going to go
All right.
pee. Larry and Sean,
Yep.
you talk about whatever you want, and me and Prince
Yep.
will just join in.
Yep, you go ahead.
Bye
We'll
bye.
be right here, waiting for you.
Go
Look at
ahead.
them.
Go ahead.
Well, Larry,
The booze hounds
Here-
need to go pee.
Larry, here we find ourselves, the two professionals, I shall say. Larry, did you catch any of Monday Night Raw this past Monday?
Yeah,
You
yeah, I
did?
did.
How-
I saw Punk. I saw Punk attack Drew McIntyre.
Are
I
you
saw
enjoying?
him. I saw him whoop that ass with the belt.
Are you enjoying it? Because a lot of people aren't really enjoying the whole Punk McIntyre thing, just rolling on, rolling on, rolling on.
I think that yes, for this, which is now involving the element of some sort of weaponry, which will
Mhm.
then beget a match.
Yep.
We know that this thing is just going to keep building and building and building. And if you watch the whole thing from beginning to end, you will appreciate it. You got to stop being in this. I don't mean no disrespect to Nicholas and Matt, but this like hyphy, spotty bubblegum, it's lost its flavor. Next thing, gotta get out of this. Wrestling is not TikTok, and we
Mhm.
got to make sure it's not TikTok by long term. So that belt, when I saw that belt, I saw how much emphasis of the belt. I thought, oh my God, dog collar match, country
Strap
whooping
match.
match, some sort of strap match, Caribbean strap match, some old school shit
Yep.
that's going to elevate them both because Punk knows that match. Now Drew gets to show I know that match. And
Mhm.
it's just why I often say in our group, how many times do y'all see me say in our group, dude, WWE is cooking, bro. They are
All the
fucking
time. Every
burning,
Monday we get it.
bro.
All Friday night.
Bro,
It's true. It's true.
They are
Ever-
cooking. They're cooking.
Yeah, and it makes you appreciate, if you actually sit down and watch it, or the little time that you devote to following it, to always be able to keep up. This Punk McIntyre stuff is something they haven't had in a while. It's been
Not in
missed,
a while, bro.
It's been
Not
missed.
in a while.
and it just goes to show you that sometimes if you stick true to your roots, the gold will always show. And that's what they're proving right now with that. Pat, can you hear us? What's that?
He's gone.
Toast.
He's
Toast.
gone.
Toast. Toast.
We were just talking about McIntyre and Punk and how a lot of people aren't too happy with the feud rolling on. But Larry made some really good pointers on how it's more special than a lot of people are taking it in for. And I agreed, and I said it's old school and it's something that should be missed. And you have to stick true to your roots if you want the gold to show.
Yo, you know what I loved last night? I loved the opening. I don't know if it's that the opening segment is good or if it's just that I'm predisposed for it to be like, yo, it's 8 o'clock. Let's see what
You're
they're
hype.
opening up with. You know what I mean?
hype.
Like Ed Prince, you're a big musical person. It's
Right.
like I love popping a CD in.
Oh
and
yeah.
playing track 1. And it's like, yo,
Oh,
I
yeah.
want to see what their fucking track 1 is. And last night, track 1 with Rhea and Dom and Liv standing, like when Rhea was yelling, it's like, okay, whatever, like she's just doing her thing. But Dom and Liv in the stands, having everybody like boo them, yo, that just, I don't know, that just felt like kind of like wrestling to me, dude. That's
Dude,
just
right?
very
It's so fucking good.
wrestling. It was like,
I
yo,
love
this
it.
is wrestling. Like it's like, and he goes, she buys me nuggies. She lets me play PlayStation. She understands like that I'm a man and I want to play
Bro.
PlayStation. Be left alone to be bought chicken nuggies.
Bro,
And it's like, yo, that was like the dopest shit.
Yo, right? It's so good.
he connects with such a culture because
Yo,
like if you look at a
and
lot of adults
he
now,
is
they act the exact same as him.
And
The exact same.
he is playing off his fucking angle from when he was 8 years old, and his hair looks like Eddie Guerrero, and his storylines are like Eddie Guerrero, and he hates his dad. So it's like a fucking like 18-year storyline, dude. It's like so dope.
Yeah.
And
He's
he's
like
like, she
a
so-
buys
so
me
cool.
nuggies,
WWE
and she
superstar.
lets me play PlayStation whenever I want. And right there, at that moment, I was like, yo, you know what? I don't know if this guy's a heel to me. I don't know if this guy...
He's a hero.
And she's like, I wanted you to beat your dad because I wanted you to do it without my help. And he's like, no, actually, I needed help. And I wanted to eat chicken nuggies and play PlayStation. I'm like, yo, this is my guy.
Yeah, right? Right?
Nuggies.
Nuggies,
Larry,
man.
Nuggies.
did you watch this, Larry?
I didn't see the opening.
Oh, it's
So
the
what
best part.
was your favorite part of Raw last night from what you watched? Give me like the highlight to you, something that made you feel like this. The way I did.
Probably. I guess I liked Odyssey Jones's debut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
From
because
Harlem,
look at
New
me.
York.
Hold on. Look at me, right? Look at me. So I liked Odyssey Jones's debut. But I also liked R-Truth getting destroyed by Bronson Reed.
Oh, Bronson Reed, that's so fun. I love that. That's so like Saturday Morning Superstars, dude. He's like splashing the
writing
guy
a-
like 8 times.
Can you
He's
guys
the-
fill me in what happened on Raw? Because I actually didn't see. All I saw was
Okay.
literally all I saw was the opening and Damian Priest and Carlito. That's it.
So Sean, tell Prince what fucking Bronson Reed did.
So last week, did you see what he did to Rollins last week?
Yeah.
So 6 tsunamis off the top, and then this week, Bronson Reed had a match that was booked through R-Truth, and it was against The Miz. And
Oh.
the Miz last week was upset, and he needs to get a win. So R-Truth and he was like, "Yo, I got you a match." And it's like it's with the Intercontinental Champion Braun.
Oh,
He
right.
goes,
It
"No,
was
that's
originally against Miz. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
originally
he
against
goes-
Miz. Yeah.
Okay.
He goes, "That's not Braun." He goes, "That's Bronson Reed."
Yo,
it
you know what
turns
was
out,
so
in fact-
dope, dude? You know what was so dope?
That's great.
How backstage Miz and R-Truth are talking with Randy Orton. And Miz is like, yo, I'm going to get fucking killed. This is crazy. And Randy Orton's like, you're the Miz. You like have
You're
this documentary
awesome.
about you. You're a 2-time Grand Slam champion. You know, like you're this guy, you're that. You beat John Cena at WrestleMania. Like you got him, dude. Like go and Miz is like, yeah. And Miz like runs off. And R-Truth is like, yo, do you really think that classic comedy. He's like, yo, do you really think that he has a chance? And you expect Randy to go like, no, but he like the way he delivered, he was like, psh. Like he nonchalantly like was like, like he just chuckled and walked away. Yo, the sell on that was so dope. And you could hear like the crowd reacting to the Tron.
Mm-hmm.
Larry, what else, Larry? From
great.
From Raw. Yo, Brian's
Yeah,
not here.
tell me.
We're a pure show. This vibe could be the flagship show. Maybe you should perpetrate more violence on Brian, Sean.
I mean, you sure? because you got upset about me doing it earlier.
No,
so.
I'm
He
just
did.
kidding. You're a piece of shit. Larry, is that a new kitty?
Larry, is that her?
She doesn't like being like up. So this is like she's about to freak out. It's okay.
Wow,
She's cute.
She's silver.
Yeah, OD.
It's okay, baby. See, she
So
doesn't
you,
like
you
being
stole / adopted a third kitty.
Dude, she's a feral cat that was on my mom and aunt's porch, and I wasn't gonna let her die like her litter mate. I found a home for one of her litter mates, and then I took the 2 black ones, and then there were 2 silver ones, twins, like Nikki and Brie Bella. And one of them disappeared, and I know she probably died, or he probably died, like just being out like in the wild. So I just took this one home. It doesn't know people, so it's not really about the whole like touch, but it knows food. And it knows that I'm the voice that brings the food.
I
So
love
it's
that.
kinda
I love
like
that you have
was
2
able-
black and like a platinum silver.
You got like Pokemon, dude.
Guess what? The 2 blacks that have been here for like 3 weeks or a month
Just
now,
ran away.
they were not feeling this bitch. They were not feeling this
Really?
bitch. They were like, get her out. This is our house now. Why are you? I was like, this is your sister. Why are you guys being mean? And they were so like to her. So now I've got to like sequester her. I have a veterinarian who told me you've got to keep them separate for like 1 month. And you have to gradually start to introduce them to each other after 1 month of them feeling like this room is my room, this room is my room, and this is kind of like the open terrain where I can encounter others of the colony.
Prince, you're a
Hold on. But let me answer. Love
Answer what?
the old school interview with Randy Orton and Gunther. I love when an old guy brings up that I've been the champion like 15 times, and when like a new guy is like, yeah, but I'm the champion now. I love that. It's a tried and true fucking old ass trope, but I love when like one guy's like, I didn't done this 15 times, young buck, and the young buck's like, yeah, but I'm doing it right now. I love that.
I suspect in my own world, as I was watching this, Randy mentioned that he's a 15-time champion, right?
15-time, yep.
And about to be 16.
And Flair's 16,
Hopefully.
right? And John has what, 15?
15, yep.
Right. So I could see a world where the last year of John Cena, or even out of the last year of John Cena, the last 4 months of that, could be him and Randy going for the 16th.
You're right. That's
You know what I'm
good.
saying? Like,
I like
it just
it, yeah.
seems like it's, and you know, and that's a way to elevate the world heavyweight, you know?
Yeah.
Whereas like now they do a year-long like John Cena retirement thing where it's and maybe it's even like because Flair had it 16 times, right? So their next W would tie them. So maybe we go a whole year where they both hit 16.
Yeah, somebody's definitely gonna surpass Flair.
And then by WrestleMania, either John or Randy goes 17, surpasses helicopter ass Flair.
What if they don't? And what if they're just another 2 that reach that pinnacle, but they just can't make it?
So
They have to.
Let me put it to you this
Randy
way.
has to. Damn it.
Yeah, Prince also a huge Randy Orton fan.
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so
Randy
let
Orton,
me
Jeff
put it
Hardy,
this
my
way.
people.
Whether it's to break Flair or tie Flair and be in the annals, do you think it's likely the initial thought that like maybe Randy and John both at 15 would gravitate towards each other in John's final run? By the way, terrible on the Bear. Did I mention that? Absolutely fucking bullshit. Fuck the Bear season 3. Yo, and I watched Bear season 1 and 2 leading up to 3, and I cried again. I got the again. And season 3, fuck that show, dude. Anyway.
It always is that way. It always is that way.
Once they get recognized, once they get money. It's just like The Boys season 4. Filler. Stretch it out. Give us 2 more seasons. So everything gets bastardized. Everything gets fucking stretched out and weird. Season 3 of The Bear sucks. I'll say it right here live on the air. Sucks. It sucks. The nut.
Oh, man.
Hey, and also, Sean, fuck you for attacking Bry a week away, less than a week away from the fucking barbecue, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck
that was fucked up. That was
Yeah,
fucked up.
exactly.
You're
Larry,
kind of an asshole
tell
for
him
that.
it was fucked up, Larry.
Yeah, tell him.
He's not gonna tell me it was fucked up.
Larry, tell him.
knows.
Larry's pocket was affected by this. And me doing this is actually going to probably put Larry in a position where the money can fall right back into the pocket where it was falling in the first fucking place. So before you come after me, think about why I'm doing what I'm doing on Sunday.
Hey, shut the hell up for a second. Ego Libido, I will tell you this. The 2 good episodes of The Bear Season 3 were the Tina episode, where you see a flashback on how she came to work at the beef, and also the birthing episode with Jamie Lee Curtis and that woman Natalie. Those are the 2 great episodes. But, however, obviously they realized that the best parts of Season 2 were, number 1, Forks with Richie, where we went off the fucking rails and we did a Richie episode with Taylor Swift. That was the best episode. Then the second best episode was the fucking Christmas episode where they had all the co-stars. So basically they realized that those 2 episodes were the best episodes. So they fucking Walmarted it up and they fucking Hulu Plus to Disney Plus it up. And they wrote all of Season 3 about guest stars, John Cena. They had real chefs talking to the fake chefs about what made them chefs. I don't want to watch real chefs. I want to watch fake chefs and the fucking people in the show. You know, and the 2 cliffhangers from Season 2 was that Carmi was in a fight with fucking Richie, and that Carmi and Claire Bear broke up, and all of Season 3, you don't get any of that. And the only 2 good episodes were fucking Tina and were fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. Anyway, what else were we talking about? What's up, guys? Hi, how you doing?
Larry has a new cat. New kitty.
Have you named the original 2? Have you named the original 2 yet?
Yeah, their names are Bull, like Ghoul with the B, and Lydia.
What a name, Lydia.
After what?
That's a great name. That's a great name.
After Beetlejuice?
Like the movie Beetlejuice?
She is named after a woman that lived upstairs from me in the Bronx that one of my friends said she was definitely a witch.
That's great.
Because she was Spanish and she would often say things.
She was
like,
a bruja.
Larry, I know things.
Yeah.
She would often say, I know things, Larry. And like my friend once heard her say that, it was like, yo, I think that woman's a witch. And I was like, what? And he was like, yo, you gotta watch out for old ladies who are like, I know things. And maybe he didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah,
but anyway, she died. Lydia died. And and Bull was the first black cat that I owned who got killed by a neighbor's dog. It was like one of the first stray cats that my mom and my aunt cared for. And he got killed by a neighbor's dog violently on 2/2/2022. Go figure.
Jesus.
And this is my, I know, right?
That's
and
horrible.
This is my new black cat. I have 2 of them. I know it was terrible. I was traumatized, and I had to go right to work.
Oh my
after
God.
calling dude, it was horrible.
That's
I was
horrible,
washing
man.
dishes, and I heard like a ruckus, and then I came out on the porch. And this fucking huge mastiff, like a bull mastiff, was clamping down on my black cat,
that's
like
fucking horrible.
clamping it to the porch. Anyway,
God.
so I named this boy Bull, like Bull number 2, like Snowball number 2 on The Simpsons. This is Bull number 2, and his sister Lydia. I know Kat wanted me to name them Bones Thugs and Harmony, but I'm going to name the gray cat Mariah because Kat said I should name it Mariah. And I was like, I like that. And also she sings the most. Mariah is the one that's in the room with me right now, is the most talkative. Like I come in the room and she's like, hey, listen.
Don't
you know,
forget
like she's
about
the
us.
so
Oh, baby. Oh,
yes,
baby,
yes,
oh,
bro.
baby,
Yes, she is that. So yeah.
Her name's Araya. That's final.
Yeah. What did Sami Zayn do on Raw? Did he
Late
lose?
night.
He
Thinking of a baby.
he was given his rematch
Always
opportunity,
be on my mind.
Braun.
and yeah, but
Main
what's
event.
crazy was
Main
that
event.
it was a 2 out of 3 falls match on
event.
Monday Night Raw.
Yo, that was so dope.
Really?
It was kinda
What?
dope.
Oh,
Yo, it was kind of
I gotta
dope.
watch
So they did that.
Out
They
of
did
3
that 'cause
falls, bro.
MJF.
I can't believe we're
Oh, I
talking
gotta
about
watch
this
it.
on Tuesday.
Out
I can't believe we're
Broadway.
talking about this on Tuesday.
Well, we could
I
keep talking
guarantee
about it
they
on
did
Thursday.
that. They did that to checkmate the Broadway that MJF did.
Oh
Didn't
my
MJF do a
God. Well, MJF also showed up at a show dressed up like Hulk Hogan, and before the match started, he cut a quick promo with the first few lyrics of "I'm a Real American." He
Isn't
fights
it-
for what's right. Yeah, it was wild.
Isn't
and he
it
showed
like
up in red and
really
yellow.
weird? Like, doesn't it seem odd and stupid and weird that he all of a sudden is being like extremely American? Like, why? Who cares?
He
What
is very
doing?
American. This is true.
Prince, how do you feel about it?
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty funny. I feel like it's fun. But you're right. I never thought about it. But yeah, maybe it is kind of weird that he's just super American. I like his little faces on the flag, though. I'd put that flag outside of my house, to be honest.
Oh, you would. You
Yeah.
fucking would, dude.
There was a wrestler in Mexico. I forgot.
Oh, it was
His
a
name.
fucking
He used to do
It
the
was
whole Trump gimmick.
it was what the fuck's the guy's name? Corey Graves' brother,
You remember what I'm talking
who
about, right?
wrestled in Mexico and like hopped on the Trump thing immediately and like dyed his hair blonde and came out with
No
like
way.
making
Freaky Jackson.
America great again.
Sam Adonis.
No way.
Sam Adonis.
Sam
There you go,
Adonis. There you go.
Sam
There you go.
Adonis.
It's Corey Graves'
Really?
fucking brother. Yeah.
No
He
way. I
knew
never
what he
heard
was
of
doing,
this.
though.
Yo,
Knew what
before
he was doing.
Necro, before MAGA Butcher, before even MJF, like this guy was like going in Mexico with like Trump airbrushed like Rick Rude tights. Sean, am I
Before
am I-
Zandig?
No,
Before
he-
Zandig?
bro, it was insane, and he was like selling out, like not him, but like the people were there to see him as well. Sell out crowds in Mexico City, the stadium, to see him, and he's just there, super heel, straight American, like Homelander American,
getting
you know, it's just
batteries
bad
thrown
American.
at him? Yeah.
Yeah,
No
it was
way.
insane. Yeah,
Hey,
dude, look it up.
Larry,
Look it up.
let me ask you this. I want to throw
That's
to you.
crazy.
I'm just trying to throw to whoever looks like they're about to go into a coma. Larry,
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
no, listen, we're all suffering from the same affliction, dude, which is ourselves. So anyway,
Right.
you've seen the footage of MJF in Mexico, like with the fucking like American flag. He does the CMLL and he's like fighting for America, and he's like draped in the flag and he's doing all this flag shit. So I guess my question to you is: have you felt any type of juice from any of this from MJF? Are you cringing? Are you juicing? Are you indifferent? Where do you stand on the MJF? Who, by the way, friend of Prince, friend of the Bullies.
Right.
Where do you stand on this like new direction? Patriotic.
Pat,
Mm.
I just want to say that after last week's Dynamite, friend of the Bullies, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, I messaged him.
God bless.
Thursday
What did you-
morning.
Thursday after Wednesday Night Dynamite.
after Dynamite, and I thanked him for his gear. I thanked him for his gear.
Because his
and I
butt was
thanked him
out.
for his
Because not
gear.
because you're a patriot, but because you saw
Hold on,
his
hold on,
cheeks.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I thanked him because there were so many non-wrestling fans who hit me Thursday morning like, yo, did you see this?
What, just a
You know
guy in
what
like
I'm
a
saying?
thong? Like because
Dude, you all know what community I exist in, right? Do you know how many of my friends were hitting me Thursday morning like, yo, who is this? Like, who's this guy? Dude, I was like, and after I got a couple of them, I just texted Max. I'm like, hey, thanks for the gear. And he replied, he replied something. And I was
Yo,
like,
that's
yeah, dude,
awesome.
keep it up. Dude, I'm like, keep it up.
keep up the
We
good
love
work.
it. We love what we say.
Yo,
So I
quick-
love.
That's
Look,
so
dude,
funny.
Wasn't that a
Dude,
thing? Like, wasn't
you-
AJ Styles asked, like, on a pod, wasn't AJ Styles, like, asked, like, yo, do you realize that, like, half of your social media impressions are from like the gay community, like sharing how sexy you are. And he was like, what? He was like, what? Larry, you
I forgot
this, right?
about that. I forgot about that.
Right? This was like somewhat of a thing. Like,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and
Dude,
Max is just like, yo.
Not only was it a thing, I bought a t-shirt. I bought a Big Boss Man t-shirt. It was like the Bullet Club stenciled skull, but it was actually Bubba, Ray Traylor, as the Big Boss Man. And it said underneath it, instead of the Bullet Club, it said the gay community. And I thought it was awesome because I love the Big Boss Man. And I'm gay.
Is the Big
But
Boss
You
Man?
didn't know the context behind the shirt.
I found out years later that it was a direct reference to that interviewer asking AJ Styles that question. And the first thing he said is the gay community. That's the first thing he says. And then
Right. He couldn't
understand.
understand.
I remember that.
Dude, the dude's like, do you know that you have a huge following? How does it make you feel? And AJ goes, the gay community? Like, I'm not here to talk about that, bro. And I bought a shirt that references that. Did not even know, I had never even heard that. I just love the Big Boss Man and I'm gay. So I bought the shirt from a guy in Toronto. He custom made it for me. The guy custom made the shirt for me. I still have it to this day. I hardly ever wear it.
That's hilarious.
But yeah,
you should wear it. You should wear it on Sunday.
Yeah, you should.
Wear it on Sunday.
I'm gonna tell you my last tour for Ring of Honor Wrestling. I was on a bus. I was on a tour bus, and in the back of the bus was Lance Archer, Trent Beretta, Marty Scurll, Chuck Taylor, and we were having this huge conversation about how in today's climate, you kind of have to acknowledge and embrace the gay community that is not watching the wrestling for the same thing that all of the fucking like the Meltzer 5-star guys are, because they exist and you can't ignore them. So this is what someone said, and I'm not going to say who said it, but someone said you kind of have to be a little gay. They were like, you kind of have to, because that's the times. And I was like, wow. He's absolutely right. Even though he's probably not gay, he probably is all about the puss, but he acknowledges the fact that, that fucking people like Larry's watching and want to look at Lee Moriarty or fucking, whoever.
Sounds like a whole bunch of guys trying to impress
I know who said it. I know who said it.
All right, Prince, who do you think said it?
Marty.
He did?
He did. Yeah, I knew it.
Well,
I knew. Yeah.
I guess we'll see him here next week.
Hey, Marty Scurll.
You earned your keep, my friend. Good job.
We want Marty.
As a matter of fact, Prince, Marty was kind of like holding the convo. Like, we were all just kind of like...
Was.
Yeah,
well,
we were all
funny,
just kind of like chiming in.
When you named those names, it just seemed to me that it was 4 white guys ganging up on you to make sure that they were okay to go do evil things after they talked to you.
Actually, it was because I'm a black...
Seeking, like, validation, like, if Larry thinks I'm good, I can leave here.
It's because I'm a black bitch and I sat on the back of the bus. Like,
right,
they
Rosa
all Parks. That's why I sat in the back with the cool kids that want to be near the shitter because we can fucking talk about shit.
They were like, and Lance Archer just wanted to impress you. He's like, yeah, I would suck a dick.
Well, Lance Archer did impress me. Lance Archer did impress me with his horror movie knowledge. He kind of like stunned me. Yeah, he kind of was like bringing up shit I'd never heard about and like going into detail about the plots. And I'm like, whoa, I didn't mean to open up this can of worms. Kind of like one time I brought up an episode of South Park to Willie Mack, and Willie Mack essentially just went through every episode of South Park ever known to man and like the plot of each one, and we were like, whoa, like, this guy's a fucking yes.
I gotta go. I gotta go over here. I gotta go over here now.
Yo, real quick, Pat. I sent you a message earlier, or not earlier, last week.
Jesus Christ.
Our friend Kevin Sullivan passed away.
Oh shit! Yes,
and I just wanted to give him a shout out on the show because he was always a delight to be around. He was always
You saw him
mouth that he wanted
Outlaw.
to
You met
listen.
him at Outlaw, right?
Yeah, dude, he was great. Great choice for theme music.
Oh my God!
He was
Can I
awesome.
tell the story?
Yes, please. That's why I
Oh
brought
my
it up.
God!
Please say
So
it.
Kevin Sullivan and Bull James have like I guess a relationship from maybe like Bull's brief time in Ring of Honor and just like through like passing and being like an old school cat, whatever. So one way or the other, not only, by the way, you want to talk about Crowbar's kind of resurgence. And Prince, shut the fuck up. I know you're going to say, oh, Joey Janela wrestled Crowbar. But the one who put Crowbar back on the scene was actually Bull James in Outlaw Wrestling. No doubt about it. Sean, preach.
It's fact.
Absolute
Dog
facts,
collar
dude.
match with Homicide. Some of the most insane matches you'd see. And then
So
he'd
good.
always... the best. Chef's kiss, the best.
Yeah.
Like good shit.
Crowbar was a blessing upon Outlaw Wrestling. And Bull James, who was also the mind and the creator, the powers that be, he said, yo, Kevin Sullivan managing as like, what was it? He was like a spiritual advisor.
As an advocate, yeah.
He was an advocate and a spiritual advisor to Crowbar. So he'd come out and he'd be, well, you know, brother, whatever. But one night, you know, because there's always been sound guy issues in Outlaw Wrestling. And one night, like, the sound guy shows up late, and he doesn't have any knowledge of Kevin Sullivan or fucking any of his history, so he can't even go on YouTube and, like, do it himself. So he's like a wedding DJ, so he's got, like, just wedding music queued up. So it was the show that Crowbar announced Kevin Sullivan as his, like, advocate. It was, like, a big surprise, and Kevin Sullivan gonna walk the fuck out, right?
One more time.
No,
Right.
no, close, Larry,
almost,
close,
almost.
so close. But it was like, y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this?
Oh my
Kevin
God,
Sullivan,
Bro came out to the Space Jam, the Space Jam team coming out to play ball. Remember the movie? Y'all ready for this?
Yes, bro, Kevin Sullivan walked out to that.
dude.
walked
Kevin
out
Sullivan.
to
Hey,
this.
you know what? I actually, God bless Bull, and I will upload this to the members only YouTube. I have that clip on my phone. I just couldn't watch it. I wasn't ready to watch it. But it is like, ladies and gentlemen, the advocate. Like the new spiritual guidance of Crowbar, who's a 20-year vet. He's being guided by a 40-year vet. This is
Y'all
the
ready for
hugest
this?
moment in all of wrestling history right here. This is a 60-year fucking moment. Y'all ready for this?
Bro, I
And
look
Kevin
at
Sullivan
Pat.
walks out with the fucking black shirt and the black jacket.
Makeup, the eyeliner.
And I always
funny.
would go up to him. And this wasn't even like from my wrestling like respect. It's from my like service industry respect. Where I'd go up to him and be like, hello, how are you, Mr. Sullivan? You know, is there anything I
Offer
can
his
get for you?
hand.
And he would always send me for a red wine. I would always go get him like a cup of
red
like
wine.
VFW red wine. Whenever he was at Outlaw, and I'm like, okay, yes, Mr. Sullivan, thank you, Mr. Sullivan. And
box
it was
wine.
just like an honor for me to bring him his red wine while he was at Outlaw, and that
Wow.
memory of him coming out to y'all ready for this is the funniest fucking shit ever, and that's one of my favorite Outlaw memories. And one of my favorite memories of Kevin. Larry, have you ever touched base or crossed paths with K-Sul?
Where at?
You know, Pat, I actually was gonna pick your brain. There was an Elks Lodge show. There was an Elks Lodge show that Kevin was at, but bro, he wasn't even on the show. He was just there.
Was
Wow.
it? I
Remember
what
this?
was
I
it?
don't know
I
if it was BXS or Bree. He was
Was
there
it-
in a Boston Red Sox hat and
Yeah.
a white hoodie. And I was like, oh, holy shit, Kevin Sullivan's here. And I met him and exchanged words. And he
He
actually
probably had a
told
signing
me.
with Jack.
Larry? Was it one
Yeah,
night
but
only?
I want to
Was
know
it one
what
night
show
only?
that was.
Was
I
it
wanna
one night
know
only?
which- I don't know which
2016.
show that was.
October 2016. ICW one night only. Was it that?
Um,
He was there though. He wasn't there. No, dude, he was there. No, he was there because that was no, that was the first time I met you. And I remember Sabu was at his merch table, and Sullivan was next to him at the merch table next to him.
Yo,
That was the only
maybe.
time I ever saw Kevin Sullivan in my life.
All right, all right.
Yeah,
I'll defer. I'll defer to your
it might have been
memories.
that. I think it was
Well,
that.
listen to me. Listen to me. I've only met Kevin Sullivan one time in my life. I've only met this man one time in my entire life. And
Same.
it was at the Elks Lodge. And I remember I didn't get to announce him. He wasn't like on the show as like a manager or a special
Yeah.
guest. He was just there hanging out on the patio. And I was like, holy shit, Kevin Sullivan's here. And I met him and we took a picture. And I actually, like everybody wants to post their Kevin Sullivan picture. I was like going through my Google Photos trying to pinpoint the day. But now, Prince, if you say it was 2016, I'm going to look through my archives, October of 2016, and see if I can find it.
Yo,
Yeah,
and-
let me know
and
if it
Sean,
was if it was then.
Sean, I want to shout you out because you
I
were
will.
the one who sent me my and the Boulevard Bullies iconic Kevin Sullivan photo. We were doing outlaw wrestling in Far
Somewhere
East.
in Long Island.
What's the fucking name of that brewery? South Oyster Bay, South Bay.
South Oyster Bay, yeah, in Long Island.
Wow, sounds
Yo,
deep.
and Kevin Sullivan managed Crowbar and the Audacity versus like Scotty Too Hottie and like a
Yep.
pay pig kid who like paid $1,000 but then also sold 100 tickets. Sean, am I lying?
What's his name? Louis, not Louis.
It was Scotty Too
forgot his
Hottie
name.
and this kid who never like wrestled but had a onesie, but he like sold 100
is his
tickets because he
name?
works in a hospital and he like threw $1,000 down. So it's him and Scotty Too Hottie versus like the Audacity and Kevin Sullivan and Crowbar or some shit, right? And at the end, and Scotty Too Hottie did this every fucking night of this weekend. Scotty Too Hottie did Friday, Brooklyn, Saturday, Rockaway, Sunday, South Oyster Bay or whatever. And every single night, he would call everyone into the ring to do the worm. And the first night, he called me in to do the worm as the ring announcer, and I was like shocked. And I was like, yo, in my mind, I could do this. And yo, I couldn't do it, dog. I couldn't do it.
Shit.
I fucked up. I flopped like a fish, dude.
That's
They all
good.
laughed at me Friday night. So
Oh,
then Saturday, I was like, all right, I'm gonna mentally assess this situation. I'm gonna change my physical appearance and presentation. And I know that Scotty Too Hottie is gonna call me in this ring
It was like 20 minutes of worm
to
after
do this
show.
worm. And I'm gonna and you know what? Saturday night, I'm gonna nail it. Guess what? Saturday night, fucked it up.
You
Flopped
wormed
on
it.
my face. Sunglasses fell off.
Sunday you wormed with the ref.
No, well,
That
Sunday was
Sunday
the
you
Kevin
wormed.
Sullivan night,
Yeah.
and I fucked it up again. I was 0 for 3, dude. I couldn't worm my way out of a paper fucking bag. But you know what? Credits to Scotty Too Hottie who went to me every time. And one of those nights, that Rockaway night, Sean, I don't know if you were there, but it was
Yeah, I was
me
there
and
all night.
Scotty and Rich Swan hanging out. Larry.
Yeah. Swan was there too. Yeah,
That was
that's
like
right.
the dopest. And
Swan is so cool.
Swan's baby's mama was just now
We were on
like
the
3
phone
months
with her.
pregnant, so we were talking about like life and childhood, which,
Oh,
by the
man.
way, is the best episode of The Bear, the one with the pregnancy. So you know it all comes full circle.
Fuck the
Right.
bear, like fuck Brian Ginsburg.
Wow.
Oh,
That's what I'll
wow.
wrap it up with.
All right, so
Okay?
let's spend the last minute and a half of the show talking about what's going to happen at this barbecue.
Yeah.
Larry, what do
Well-
you expect? You were there last year. You were a new member of the fucking Bullies. And like, where are you at mentally with this? Like, and where, like, are you worried about one of them leaving?
You know, Pat, last year, it was like midway through before I started doing the commentary, before I reached down into the depths of Team Pazuzu to bring that out. Now that we're doing it again, just think WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2. I'm already approaching this shit like I'm the motherfucking narrator of everything. So, bro, bigger, badder, bloodier.
Ooh. I like it.
I love this so much. Prince, from a longtime friend the OG support of the Bullies, and somebody who I, dare I say, respect.
Oh, thank you so much.
From the outside looking in, you've known all the personalities of the Bullies. You've been following this closely. You know, we talk all the time. We talk at least once a week. What do you see? What are your thoughts and opinions on the Backyard Barbecue? Who do you want to be kicked out, et cetera, et cetera?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I mean to go against, my people, but Sean, you gotta get the fuck out of here. I hope Brian beats you up. And honestly, if I was not gonna be in Atlanta, I would interfere in that match and make sure
Wow.
that I would interfere and make sure that Brian wins. But you're lucky I'm in Atlanta. So you know what? Listen, Pat, I just hope you are a good referee, and I hope that you do the right thing.
I'm going to tell you this.
Best.
I am, Prince, you made a lot of good points. Brian, in spite of my dad-like, furious reactions to everything he does and says, Brian brings up a lot of good points. So the only option is, it's not about Sean. It's not about Brian. It's about my last refereeing match.
Right.
And calling it right down the middle and being able to say that no matter how much money Cass owes me. By the way, jacket found. Jacket found. We're good. We're good. The jacket was found.
Did that happen? Did that happen?
Woo! Oh my God! I think Cass convinced Unsanctioned Pro to pay for that shit. First class air, signature included. We got it. We got the jacket. We got the jacket.
Oh yeah.
Without it, I'm just a fat guy. By the way, side note, little birdie told me that Cass got sent that song and was clamoring to have that song sent to him so they could use it in an ironic and fun way.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Yeah. Wow, you're so clever.
Yeah. Very.
So, Sean, finish up the episode. Tell me the go-home promo. Give me the go-home Sean promo for Sunday, the Backyard Barbecue 2, which I cannot wait for.
The last time I was involved with anything wrestling in this capacity was 2011. Now it's August 2024. I didn't take my ball and go home. I took my ball to the court, played ball, and I'm here to kick anybody off the damn court that is not ready to fucking play. So this Sunday, at the Backyard Barbecue 2, bongos on a goddamn balcony, I put Brian to rest. I put Kit Osborne on the pedestal that he so deserves to be on. And this Sunday, Pat, the true bully will stand tall. I don't wear these shirts for a goddamn reason.
I know.
But when I do, I mean business like I present it. So I'll see you guys Sunday at the barbecue. Bring your bibs.
I hope there are crab legs. Hey, Prince, Phil, my fucking boy, dude. Yo, what are you doing Friday? You want to come golf with me and Steve on fireworks night of City Field? What are you doing Friday?
This Friday?
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta, dude. I leave tomorrow morning.
He's
I
gonna
leave
go
tomorrow
do
morning,
DDP
man.
yoga. He's going to Atlanta to go do
one
DDP
day,
yoga.
Sunday.
That's what he's doing.
Jet setter.
Dude, I'm
anyway.
in Atlanta from fucking Wednesday to
Here's
Monday.
the deal.
Then I'm going to Jersey.
Here's the deal.
Oh.
Sunday, Blvd Bullies, Backyard Barbecue, Dead Uncle's Bongos on a Balcony, Bloodbath 2. It's the sequel, y'all. And we're going to be grilling dogs, juicy ones. We're going to be chilling with fucking burgers, bears. Larry likes White Claw surges, so I'm sure we'll fucking drizzly that $100 case of that.
Oh, yeah.
Pork
I
chop
like
is
I'm not
9%
saying we're
beers.
cats.
I like 9% beers. Maybe we'll do a fucking $90 case of the fucking resin.
A little
And maybe
Hennessy.
for Sean and fucking Brian, we will unite them over eating weed edibles together and eating dogs. And
I'm still waiting for mine.
fucking deep
Just call
throating
it-
glizzies. And
Call it down the
fucking
middle.
eating the hamburgers. And one thing that I will say to you, for sure, is that I am sick of both of your bullshit. I can't wait to see Larry, my wrestling father, in person. Give him a hug, grill some burgers, and just produce this thing so that it can be laid to rest once and for all forever.
Call it down the middle, bud.
If
That's all we got to do.
you are a friend, a family member, a fucking subscriber, a supporter of the Blvd Bullies, guess what? Send us a DM within the next fucking whatever, 8 days, 6 days, 5 days, 4 days. And if you want to come to the barbecue, just bring some buns and let's go. But if you are our enemy, I really suggest that you just die slow. Just realize your place in the world is to copy us and to die slow. And yo, also, side note, the Bear Season 3 sucks. And if you're a guy who won a fucking beer can designing contest by making your fucking horrible painting and then just slapping the logo of the beer can on the painting and you won the contest, you're just as bad as every Battle of the Bands I've ever been on, where it's really just about who's the friend of the promoter and who sells the most tickets. It's never about who's the good band. Prince, you know what I'm talking about. You've played Battles of the Bands. All right, out of time. Bye-bye.